Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Girl Holdup. I am one of the beautiful hosts, Bevy J.
And I'm Kel. And today we
Listen,
have the beautiful Kanisha Watts joining us today. Hi, Kanisha.
hey girl.
How was everybody's weekend?
It was good. It was good.
Busy but good.
Right, right.
I feel like every weekend I've been finding stuff to do just so I'm not sitting in the house. But I've been having so much fun, like going to different events and
Mhm.
being able to dress up and be cute and take pictures. So I've been having
Yes.
to do. This
You've been
past
doing your thing, sis. I'm like, it's so hard to catch up with you now.
my daughter's friend text her and was like, "Your mom is doing her thing on social media." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, and that you are, sis.
Thank you. This past weekend, I also had the pleasure of being a part of Kanisha's Breast Cancer Awareness 30 Shades of Pink event.
Yes.
Great. She did a phenomenal job. So that actually ties into this episode. We're talking about women's health and we're highlighting breast cancer awareness because it's October.
Yes.
So I'm just going to get right into it. You know, women's health, I think October should be Women's Health Month. Like, I know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but for me, every time I roll into October, I think pink, I think women, and breast cancer awareness is women's health. So I did a little research, and the history of women's health is very, very shaky. You know, we have never necessarily been put at the top of the totem pole. Okay, we've always kind of been a second thought to society. We're getting more and more, you know, towards the front now as women empowerment, you know, Black girl magic. So we're highlighting ourselves, even if no one else does. But in the 60s and 70s, they had a women's health movement. So this movement was basically women like taking it to politics and doing what they had to do to speak up for themselves and be advocates for their own personal health. So you guys, this is kind of gross, but did you know that women used to use wood as like sanitary napkins?
Oh no.
No.
Oh hell, girl! Ooh, just the thought of it, like.
I was like, the thought of them not knowing how to deal with that part of their life or of their health. You know, we all have cycles, and so you know, a leaf. You know, I'm trying to think back to prehistoric times.
I thought about a leaf or something, not wood.
It was.
I'm thinking about splinters all up in the hoo ha, like
splinters.
So eventually, of course, they started using other things like fabric and wool. But the first actual Kotex was created in the 60s. And I'm like, that's not even too long ago. That's kind of recent.
That's really not.
My mom's time, you know, she was born in 51. But that just gives you an idea. Like, we were not on the forefront of people's mind or consideration for what we needed. We had to create those things for ourselves. So of course that kind of started, you know, it kickstarted the awareness that we needed more things for ourselves, which is awesome, right? But now we're dealing with other issues. We talked about Roe versus Wade not too long ago, but another issue with women is the maternal death rate. The maternal death rate is really high amongst Black women, 44% as compared to 17% with Caucasian women. So that's horrible. But a lot of the reasons why it is that way is because of resources. Not having the proper resources, not having, you know, good health insurance, not knowing how to do basic things for yourself to be healthy while you're pregnant. So now, because of that, we have now created other ways to take care of ourselves with doulas. with birthing coaches, just all these other things that we've created in our community to make sure that we are knowledgeable and we have those resources, which is amazing as well. We just met some people recently who do these things, and I learned so much.
So much, yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah, because we were at that same event together, the Women's Health event, Kanisha, and I was on the front row. I was asking questions. I'm about to start having grandkids now, and my daughter wants to use a doula.
Yes.
Wait, she pregnant?
No.
Oh, I know it's coming, but I'm like,
I wish.
Not yet.
Mama, leave me alone. I'll get pregnant when I get ready.
I'm like, let's go, Niecy.
No. Yeah, so, but it's coming. So she's the type of woman that she likes to plan for stuff and she likes to be prepared. So she's already researching different birthing options.
Wow.
I learned so much. And I was like, I'm hiring everybody. I'm hiring a doula. I'm getting some postpartum care. I want everything because I want it to be a great experience for her.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about breast cancer awareness since we are in October. I do not have a history of that in my family as far as I know. Okay, because we talked about the fact that women don't talk a lot about their issues with health. My mom tries to hide little stuff from me about when she's not well. I didn't want to worry you. You know, this is something, I dealt with it. It was fine. But in our community, we do need to speak more about what's going on so that we can be proactive instead of reactive about our health. Yes. So, Kanisha, welcome.
Hi.
I really want you to educate our listeners and our viewers about what it is that we need to be aware of and how we need to take better care of ourselves so that if we do have a breast cancer issue, how do we take care of that?
Yes.
Screening, the visits to the doctor, what to look for, all the things that you experience. I just really want you to share that with our viewers and listeners. So without further ado, ma'am, you can take the floor.
Yes. So I am Kanisha J. Watts, and I am a survivor and thriver of breast cancer, stage 4, as of right now, metastatic breast cancer. And my take is just, if you feel something, you see anything, you need to go get it checked out. Do not allow yourself to just push it away. Oh, I'm going to get it checked out later. Oh, it's nothing. It's a mole. This is just a bump. It's just a rash or whatever the case may be. No, you need to go get yourself checked out. And you should be getting your annual checkups as far as from your gynecologist. That should be yearly. A lot of women are not taking care of themselves like they should. And then when they do decide to go to the doctor, it's too late. You have to take accountability for your own self. I was diagnosed at 28 years old with breast cancer in 2019, December 31st, 2019. And I was very in tune with my body. I was breastfeeding my son when I found the lump. And I immediately, started, checking it out, seeing what I could do. And I made my appointment with the breast center, and they found out that it was cancer. And it was stage 3 when I found out. And I was in shock that, at such a young age, I did not hear anyone my age, having breast cancer. It was always older ladies, older women who were being diagnosed, and not someone my age. And to be honest with you, I knew more white women, who were being diagnosed with breast cancer.
Do you think it was because they were probably just more vocal, or they spoke more about their experience, where I was just saying in our community, we're just kind of secretive about it?
Definitely. Yes, because like my grandmother, she had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I would say back in like 2017, I want to say. And 2016, 2017, and she didn't really tell anyone. until it started showing that something was going on with her.
Right.
And I just, always say, like, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to vocalize. I'm going to use my voice, because you just never know who may get help, just from you telling your story. And like I say, it's so sad that so many of us Black women are being diagnosed with not just breast cancer, but ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, men with prostate cancer. And we were honestly, we don't know where it's stemming from. It's so many factors that plays into place, but all women should be getting checked, no matter how old you are. I wish I would have, had started getting, exams way ahead of time, because my father's mother, she had breast cancer, the early 2000s, late 90s. I was younger, so I didn't really, know in, education about it. And she went through her journey. She had chemotherapy, and she's perfectly fine. My grandmother now is 76, 77 years old. But, she, even now, she doesn't really talk about it much. It's just like it happened, and then, I'm still alive type thing.
Right.
But definitely need to talk more about it. Definitely.
How much do you think, because I just started a little diet, honey.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. Go ahead.
Thank you. It's an everyday struggle. How much do you think our diet plays a part in?
Oh, definitely. Because you got to think about your gut, right? Your gut health is essential to your overall health. Because if, a lot of women have trouble going to the bathroom. My mother, she doesn't go to the bathroom every day. She actually has to take medicine to make her go to the bathroom. And you should be going to the bathroom at least twice a day. And it's a certain way that it should be coming out. You shouldn't be constipated, when you're using the bathroom. And the reason being is that a lot of women are not, understanding as far as your health. They think, okay, I need to lose weight. No, honey, you need to be putting the right things in your body. You should be eating fruits and vegetables like it's water. You should be drinking water, not just having mimosas every day, every weekend.
Oh Lord.
And not putting the right nourishment in your body. And I always tell, my ladies, as far as my mentees, women who I coach, I always tell them, mind, body, and spirit, you have to balance all of it out. Yeah. Because if one thing is off, then everything is off, Me, I'm small, most people are like, oh, you look good, girl, you small. But the thing is, it's not about you being small or fit or whatever the case may be. If you're not putting the right stuff in your body, it's, you're not going to be feeling good. So me personally, if I don't keep myself hydrated every day, then the aches and pains start coming up, I feel it. Even clarity, like as far as me trying to work, I'm a creative. So I have to make sure that everything is on point so that I can think clearly, so I can create, so that I can run my businesses, so that I can nourish my children and my husband. I have 3 kids, and that's a full-time job within itself, because my husband, he's in school getting his doctorate, and that right there, he's in school from 6 a.m. to a lot of times 6 p.m. He has to drive a whole hour away from our home. So that's a long commute. So I'm the one that gets up early in the morning. I have to get the kids together, get everybody off to school. Then I have to get myself together as far as any meetings and different things. So if I'm not putting myself in a good place as far as eating right and drinking right, and not just eating and drinking right, but also putting the right supplements in your body. Yeah. Because people don't know, us as Black people, we are vitamin D deficient. If you go to the doctor, a lot of times you're going to have some type of low vitamin D deficiency. Yeah. So we have to put that into, our regimen as well. A lot of people, I'm cold. That's because you're iron low, baby. and you're not getting, the right stuff into your body, because that's when the greens come in. So you definitely have to have a good balanced diet. Absolutely.
Yeah, huge difference.
And move your body around too.
Right, that part. So tell everyone what you recommend as far as when we should first get our mammogram or start to screen.
So the system says 40, but I would suggest that you get it earlier than that, possibly 30 years old, or even in your 20s. And if you're a woman who has, pretty large breasts, right? Because then it becomes difficult for you to find something on your own, because a lot of Black women have dense breast tissue to where you can't, really find it. We all should be doing a self breast exam every month. Okay. Every month. So even if you don't do it the first of the month, you should be doing it at least after your cycle goes off, because that way you can kind of see, how your breast is and different things like that. Because, we have tender breasts when our cycle comes on. They get they look pretty, but you definitely want to make sure that you are getting yourself checked. And also, if you have history, right? Yeah. If you have history of breast cancer in your family or any type of cancer, then you definitely need to go get, yourself checked out earlier, to see, because you may have the BRCA gene, and the BRCA gene is basically the gene that your mother may carry or your grandmother may carry, and it's passed down generation to generation. I know, like with my daughter, when she gets older, I'm definitely going to have her checked out and get, things situated, because it was Angelina Jolie. Remember, she had the gene, if I'm not mistaken, and she had hers removed. She didn't have cancer, but she just went ahead and got them removed. Yeah.
She had her breast removed.
Yeah, she had her breast removed.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. So that gene, is that a cancer gene?
Yeah.
The BRCA gene? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. How do you even check for that? I'm sure it's
you have to get a genetic testing through your doctor.
Okay. Wow. So although, we talk about breast cancer prevention, that word for me, it doesn't really sit with me, because I feel like
yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way to tell, because they don't even know how to cure it now. So how do you prevent something that you don't even know how to cure? So give me your tips. Give us like 5 tips of things you think women should do outside of, getting their mammogram and screening to be healthier and possibly prevent breast cancer.
So I would say, as far as smoking, and I'm talking about nicotine. Ladies, I feel like nobody should be smoking cigarettes and nicotine and stuff and everything, because of the stuff that's in it. Like, I mess with my dad all the time. I'm like, dude, you smoking rat poison? Because that's some of the, that's what's in, nicotine and cigarettes. I am a very go hard marijuana smoker. I smoke marijuana about every day, because it helps with healing. When you have anxiety and different things like that, it does help. And it's not going to cause any harm to your body, right? Now, everybody cannot smoke because mentally they just can't handle it. But it is good for you. And a lot of cancer patients, like myself, we smoke so that we can have an appetite, so that we can relax as well. It's very good. And you can also put it into your teas and coffees and food and different stuff like that. So I would suggest that, also making sure that you are getting your supplements in. Vitamin C, vitamin D, your probiotics, sea moss, getting all your herbs and supplements in, because you need to make sure that your body is aligned. And moving your body. That is one thing that even my doctors have always told me, is to move my body. Even if you just go walking for 30 minutes a day or something like that in your neighborhood, or get you a $10, membership at Planet Fitness and just go on a treadmill, and walk. Because the thing is when you're moving your body, your lymphatic system and all that stuff is, moving. Because if you are a person who's at home, like how a lot of people are now, and you're just working in front of your computer and you're not moving your body, and then you got your food and stuff sitting so close to you, you don't have to get up and go do anything. All you're doing is just going to the bathroom.
That makes sense.
It can't pass. And that's why a lot of women are, get constipated and have issues with going to the bathroom. And then you have hemorrhoids. And then when you have hemorrhoids, then you cause more issues to yourself, right? Also, diet, like I was saying, your diet. You can't sit here and eat chicken wings and stuff, fried chicken wings and stuff all the time. Sometimes you may need to go on a intermittent fast, right? Which you just takes out. So sometimes from the time I get up in the morning until about noon, I may not eat anything. All I would do is just drink water and maybe some teas so that I can give my body time to rejuvenate itself, right? So those are the things that you can kind of start off with, right? To help your body not to endure any type of diseases and infections and stuff. I was neglecting myself before I had got diagnosed because I was in like a bad mental state. I had postpartum. I was grieving the death of my grandmother. I had just bought a new home here in Georgia, just moving to a new state, just having a new baby. So I was not eating good. I wasn't, I was just like going and not nourishing my body.
Yeah, that was my next thing I was going to bring up to you, Kanisha. We spoke about trauma and just self-care a lot in one of our previous episodes and how that contributes to your health. And I feel like stress is our main killer in this community. We have so much stress over multiple things: relationships, money, your job, your children, everything that you have in your life, it causes, stress. And I think that's one of the main things that we have in our community that contributes to our health. So you were just mentioning how you moved, you just had a baby, you were grieving, all these things. You feel like that contributed to
the cancer. I do. I honestly do, because I was in a bad state. I was so stressed out. I was trying to do so much, trying to be superwoman. We are always the strong Black women, even in, when you go into the doctor and everything and you tell the doctor, hey, I'm in pain. And sometimes they dismiss us because they feel like Black people, Black women are strong enough to endure whatever it is, because, we do, have natural births, right? We've been doing that from the beginning of time. Even myself, I've had 2 children with no epidural, no pain medicine, naturally. I didn't even know my body could even do that, but I did it. And I'm grateful that I was able to do that. But then you have, you just get stressed out with a lot of stuff, but you can't let things stress you out. You cannot. You have to let that stuff go, because if not, your health is like, it's the top thing, the only thing that you have. Because if you don't have good health, then you're not going to be able to function, in this world properly. You're not. Like I said, when I was diagnosed, I was doing pretty good. And then I just got hit with so much stuff. And even when I went on a holistic approach to my healing, I was doing very well. I mean, my tumor was shrinking. The doctor was just like, oh my gosh, like, you are doing good. They still were trying to push me to do the chemo, but I was doing good. And then the next thing I know, I allowed stress to really take over me, because I'm trying to be, there for everybody else, but then there's nobody there for me. And the cancer flared up, and then that's when it spread. It spread to my brain, and I became, so sick to where I was 94 pounds. Like, I'm already small, but I went from 140 pounds to 94 pounds. That's a lot of weight, And I want to say maybe 2 months I had lost that weight, or maybe between the 2 months or a month and a half, I had lost all that weight. Unable to walk, I was unable to eat, but it was the stress, right? It was stress that was really messing me up. And once I released all that, honey, I'm thick now, so they can't talk about it.
I love it.
I was about to say, what was the turnaround moment? Where did you go from that stage to your, recovering and doing much better?
Baby, I had to have a conversation with God, like a heart to heart. Like, I had to get in my war room.
Period.
I'm in my war room right now.
Love it.
To where I had to just check myself. I'm like, girl, do you want to live or do you want to die? Like that's the conversation me and God had. And I'm like, I want to live. Okay, well, you got to let go of a lot of this baggage. Childhood trauma. I had a lot of childhood trauma that I didn't even know that was there. And it really kind of festered up because here it is. I wasn't working anymore. I was doing, stuff online because the pandemic had hit. So I couldn't go out like that. That was stress too. I got to wear a mask every time I go out the door. I'm got to, cover myself. And it just got really to a point where I was just like, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? What is the lesson that you're trying to teach me in this season? And I just had to just surrender. And I was just like, okay, I got to get myself together because I got my babies, I got my husband, and I'm not about to let no woman come up in my house, taking over.
Say that, girl.
Like, no, that's my man. And no.
Thank you. No, ma'am.
I got myself together. I had to go home back to Florida. I'm from Pensacola, Florida. So I had to go back. And it was crazy because here it is. The summer of 2019 is when I moved here. December 31st, 2019 is when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then November 2020, I had to pick up and go back home to Florida. I literally had to just pick up stuff and just leave my home here. And I was gone for a whole year. I literally just got back to Georgia December 31st, 2021. Wow. So now we're in 2022. And, I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm still, on active treatment and different things like that. But I still have to make sure that I take care of myself so that this thing does not overtake me. I go to the gym now. I make sure that I take time for myself. I'm not working every day. We as entrepreneurs, we're bosses, right? So we can make our own schedule. So Mondays is my days to rest, right? I do admin work, but I don't make any phone calls on Mondays. I rest. If I want to watch TV in my pajamas all day, I do that. I go, get my massages and stuff and everything, even if I have to have someone come to the house and do it. I just take care of myself now, and my husband, he even, pushes me, baby, slow down. You're doing a little bit too much. You get in a frenzy. So, maybe you need to take some time off. And then I also delegate, tasks to do. You have to delegate. Yeah, girl, you got to delegate. And that was my problem too. So my home, I have a pretty, decent sized home. I can't clean this house by myself like that. Like, especially, my strength is not like it used to be to where I could, get it done in a few hours. Real quick. Nah, I can't do it. So I've hired a cleaning lady. She does a deep cleaning once a month. And then as far as a general cleaning, I make, have her come in. But now I make my kids, this is the task that you have to do. They're young, but you have to train them up now.
Yes. So, a whole nother episode.
Girl, look, we talk about that because it's a lot. So you can't do everything. Now I'm gaining my weight. I went to the doctor Tuesday, and the doctor was just like, "Okay, you getting on up there." And my goal is to get back to the weight that I was before I was diagnosed, and I'm getting there. Because I'm taking care of myself. Taking care of myself.
Well, I'm so happy for you, sis. When we met, I didn't know your full story.
Yes.
But you showed. Do you have your book in front of you?
Yes, I do, right here.
Look to it. It's way over there, and I promised that I wouldn't get up and mess up our show today. So, but Healing by Faith, I love it. This is your story from start to where you are now, and it's really powerful, the fact that you are showing people that your faith is an instrumental part of your health. And I think we all have to be knowledgeable of that. So I want everybody to get your book. So tell them where they can find it.
Yeah, so you can find Healing by Faith by Kenesha J. Watts on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and also Walmart. And then if you would like a signed copy by me, where I personally sign it and send it off to you, you can go to my website at www.keneshajwatts.com.
And really quickly, do you have any of your skincare products close by?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, shout it out, sis. We want to hear about the skincare products.
My husband and I, we started our skincare line back in 2020, during my breast cancer journey, because I did not want to continue to put different things on my body that I didn't know what it was. So we created our own handmade organic body butters. The name of our business is Simply Natural Grace. And so we make handmade body butters, foot balms, and also oils. So as y'all can see, my hair is like growing like crazy. I was literally bald, like skin bald. I cut my hair off just because I wanted to just look good, for my book signing that I had back in May. So I cut my hair off. So here it is, my hair growing back fast from the hair oil that we have.
Yeah, so, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So now, guess what time it is?
Hot
topics. So we have, because you're also a life coach, which you did not mention earlier, but I think that's phenomenal. I feel like coaches are a necessity. We talked about our history with women and us being kind of on the bottom of the totem pole. But in this day and time, we are helping each other. We're pulling each other up. We're encouraging each other. We are giving people strength and helping them realize their purpose and their powers that they may not realize naturally. So our hot topic is about another coach, Miss Stormy Wellington. Okay.
Come on now.
I love her, first of all. She gives me the woman king vibes. She seems so, powerful, and she's a brick house, honey. That body is snatched and tight and tattooed up. She looks like a warrior, okay? Well, she was a warrior with one of her mentees on this video that went viral. She was talking about her plate. They had 2 plates.
Baby, low vibrational plate.
Low vibration. She said that plate. Well, why did you allow them to make that plate for you? Well, they made it for me. So you just gonna eat whatever somebody feeds you?
Yes.
Low vibrations. This is ghetto. Look at my plate. This is royalty right here. She was saying her plate was royalty because it wasn't so much on her plate. So it went viral.
Yes.
People were even like redoing this video because, that's just how like relatable this video was.
Right.
I think, what's her name?
Carisha did. She was that was good.
When I had to like replay it, I thought it was the audio from the original one, but she
right.
I was like, girl, if you don't sit down, but I love the fact that we're holding each other accountable.
Yes.
We're holding each other accountable. Yeah, her, how she said it might have been a little harsh. You know what I'm saying? To some people. I didn't feel like it was. I felt like she was doing it from a place of love, no matter how she put her words together. But Mr. Funky Deneva, TGIF, went in on her.
Yes.
He said he would have knocked that plate out her hand and all of that. I'm like, bruh. But see, that's why our women community, we understand each other. We know what's going on. As long as we understand, we know what's going on. That's all that matters.
Everybody else,
right. And I like what she said when she said the ones that get it, and the ones that don't. And clearly, we all got it. You know what I'm saying? That was just a valuable lesson. Don't eat what other people give you. You know what I'm saying? Take that in life. Take that into consideration with your own life. Don't be accepting the BS that people bring you. You ain't got to eat that mess.
But to say it.
That's knowing your power, knowing your strength.
Yes.
Weed, the real from the fake, being able to weed the people who have your best interest at heart. Don't. Like, I got it. It was received, and I was like, yes. So now I need y'all to tell me how she has capitalized off of this moment. Who wants to take the
She got her goodies, baby.
Yes, I ain't mad at her at all.
We're gonna make a check.
That part.
Y'all want to talk about me? Yeah. Talk about me, but I'm gonna be making a check with it.
Right. I'm going all the way to the bank with it, okay?
So she has what now, y'all?
Hoodies. Hoodies. Yes. She has hoodies. They're it's called
that's all she's gotten made so far.
Low vibrational plate. Yep.
I want one. We need to find a link.
I posted it the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, I need one. I want to share. I'm supporting it. I love Stormy. Shout out to Stormy, girl.
Yes.
Holding people accountable. She, at the end of her video, basically told him, well, she's a millionaire and she listens to me. So what are you? That's basically what she said to him. You would have knocked it out my hand and you wouldn't have been making the money she's making.
That part.
Yeah, Stormy, that was my hot topic, y'all, for today. Bevy.
Yes.
And we just discussed really quickly about this summit that's going down.
Yes, I'm super excited, y'all. This Sunday is the Think Bigger Bitch experience. I'm so excited for all of the panel. This theme is to inspire her. So if you are just not thinking big enough, you're doubting yourself, you just don't have that self-confidence and believe in your capabilities, you definitely need to be here for the Think Bigger Bitch experience. Like, I'm super excited, y'all. Kel is going to be there. I have Tamara Ivy, Naomi Granger. I have Jaleesa Laquelle. I have Wanatees. Like, just the lineup is, oh Lord, I hope I ain't missed nobody. I don't think I missed nobody. But just the lineup itself, like, I'm just super, super excited that these women said yes. And that it's going down, y'all. Like, you will definitely be inspired this Sunday. It's free. It's free.
Yes.
It is free.
$3.99. So yes, that was our hot topic. Yes. Oh, and Bevy, can you also tell us more about Elevate Her? Give us like an overview.
Yeah. So that's another secret. Elevate Her will officially launch as well this Sunday. But Elevate Her is for that woman who lacks self-confidence, that lacks just the capability of, I can do this shit. It's a community. It's a community for anybody who needs a sister. It's for that woman to finally inhale confidence and exhale fear. Because at the end of the day, Elevate Her it's my story, but it's her story too. So it's my experiences alongside my other boss ladies, my friends. And it's just something that you need in your life right now. It's something to help you get to that next level. So whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, Elevate Her is definitely the community for you.
Yeah,
I'm excited too.
Yes, my sis is doing it. Well,
thank you, sis.
This episode of Girl
Holdup.
Thank you, ladies, for always being a blessing. Thank you to all of our viewers and listeners of Girl Hold Up. We will see you again at same place, same time of Girl Hold Up next week.
Yes.